Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. So today we have a foundation showdown. We've got the new Makeup Forever. This is the HD Hydra Glow Foundation, and you guys wanted to see it first compared to the HD Skin Foundation. So we've got almost a full day wear test. I'll get into that in the video, but you will be seeing a demonstration of both of these foundations on my face, showing you what they look like in my studio lighting and in flash photography. And then of course, I will be sharing with you my thoughts, who I think either foundation works best for, and which one I like better. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it. If you are new, come join the family, click that subscribe button, join the Glam Girl Squad because we'd love to have you. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel. I really do appreciate all of you who like my videos, comment on them, shop through my links. Each and every one of you, I truly enjoy you being here and taking some time with me. You guys mean everything to me, and I am so appreciative of each and every one of you. So let's get right into this video. So when I saw Makeup Forever was coming out with a glow version of this HD Skin Foundation, it was a no-brainer. I love the HD Skin Foundation. This one has been ride or die for me since it came out. I think it's been out now for over a year. It's beautiful. I'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. I do have a full dedicated review on just this foundation. If you are interested in seeing that, I can link that for you. But let's get into the new one first, because you're probably here for the new one. So this one does come in 32 shades. It retails for $47. And the shade that I picked up was 3Y46, which is the exact same shade that I do wear in the HD Skin Foundation. When I was scrolling through Sephora and the pictures, it did have a shade comparison chart, and it said if you wear this one shade in the HD Skin, get the same shade in the Glow version. I did confirm too that at least for my shade, the descriptions of the shades are the same, because sometimes the shade numbers will be the same, but the descriptions will be different. 3Y46 is the warm cinnamon shade. It's for tan skin with yellow undertones. Now, when I looked at this in the bottle, I was like, oh, this looks yellow. I like more neutral undertones, but I actually really do enjoy how this looks on the skin. So getting into some details of it, this is said to be an 86% skincare base foundation with medium coverage and a naturally luminous finish that hydrates, smooths, and visibly plumps and brightens the skin. Some call-out ingredients in the formulation will be the Hydra Skin Booster Complex. This is going to mimic the hydrating effect of a sheet mask, which is really interesting. And it's a skin boosting formula that is inspired by skin sheet mask and delivers 24 hours of hydration. It's ideal for dry, mature, and sensitive skin, and also visibly improves skin's texture and radiance in as little as 4 weeks of use. The feather-like texture melts into the skin and is buildable for added coverage. They did put this through a trial test, and there were 32 subjects with 97% showed smoother skin, 94% showed brighter skin, and then 94% showed radiant skin. So when I applied this onto the skin, I did not use a primer outside of what I had put down for my skincare. It applied so smoothly. It blended effortlessly into the skin. I didn't use this with my fingers today, but I feel like with this formulation, it could be blended very easily with your fingers. And I would agree, it truly melted into the skin. I felt like I didn't have to really tap too much to get it to get and blend into the skin. It was just really easy, really effortless, and the application once completed is beautiful on the skin. Like I said, I was a little concerned that the shade would be a little too yellow, but it evened itself out. And I do have yellows undertones in my skin, but to me, I'm not so yellow that when I go for yellow-based foundation, sometimes they're just too bright and too yellow, if that makes sense. But this one is really beautiful and it's great. I really enjoy the packaging too. It's pretty much the same as the original packaging, except for the cap is white and then the writing on the packaging is white. And I really like it. I think it's cute. I liked that when I applied it onto the skin, it looked radiant. It didn't look greasy. It didn't look overly dewy. It feels like nothing on the skin too, like nothing on the skin. And so when I first picked this up from the store, I wanted to make sure straight away that the shade matched. And they didn't have any testers because they just launched today. So I got in the car, I threw some on my face really quickly, and I was like, okay, I like this tone. So I wore the foundation primarily on this side of my face, and I put like a little bit on this side of my face, but I really just wanted to see it side by side. But I wore this foundation for about a good 4 to 5 hours just on bare skin, nothing else on top. And it lasted beautifully. It did not get extra oily on the skin, and I do have more normal skin. So I'm not going to produce the most oils, but at the same time, I will just naturally produce some oils. It didn't look oily on the skin. I didn't also feel the need that like as the day went on, it got more radiant. It started to like go from radiant to dewy. It didn't do any of that. It looks so scrumptious on the skin. I couldn't get over it. So then I actually was like, let me go ahead and wash my face off and then put on both foundations. So I really could do a side-by-side comparison. So as of right now, I have had both of these foundations on for 5 hours, but this is after over 5 hours. And when I tell y'all, straight up, stunning, stunning. Okay, before I start getting into all of that, let's talk about the original OG, because let me tell you something. This original OG foundation is so good. It is definitely one of my favorite foundations, hands down. I love that this particular foundation is amazing for anything dealing with flash photography, videography, I mean, HD skin. That's what you're getting. Now, this foundation comes in 40 shades and it retails for the same price of $47. And like I said before, I have the shade 3Y46. I think it's interesting that we have more shades in the more natural finish compared to the glow version. Not sure why, but pointing that one out for you. So this is said to be an undetectable liquid foundation that blurs and covers imperfections for up to 24 hours, powdered by a micro skin system that syncs with skin for true to skin finish. So this particular formula is said to be best for normal, oily, and combination skin. The finish is going to be more natural. And we have a vegetable origin glycerol in the formulation. It's going to help to preserve the initial moisturizing of the skin during that 24-hour time period. And then it has exopolysaccharide, which helps for radiance of complexion during the 24-hour time period as well. This is the new and improved version of the Ultra HD foundation. It's powered by technology that enhances performance and undetectability for skin that looks like skin under any light. And when I say that is true, so true. This foundation is one of the fewest foundations that makes my skin look like perfection under any light, even with imperfections. And this is a great skin day for foundation, because as you can see, I have come with blemishes, okay? I got all the texture right now, and even still, this looks so smooth and so perfecting. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. Okay, it's comfortable, it's easy to apply. Now, this formulation is going to give you medium to full coverage, depending on how much you apply. It flexes with skin for no caking and no settling into fine lines. It's non-comedogenic, it's waterproof, sweat-proof, and comes in sustainable packaging. And so just looking at both of them up close, if you wanted to see like the differences in packaging, they're absolutely the same. They both say shake before use. It's just differences of the caps and then the coloring of the font on the packaging. Now, like I said, I love this one. I love the natural finish that it has on the skin. It's a really beautiful, natural, soft, matte finish for sure. So with this formulation, if I don't want to set it, I don't have to set it. Like outside of setting my T-zone that I would apply concealer. It's not one of those formulations where I'm like, I'm gonna want to set it. And even without setting it, it still looks very flawless on the skin, very perfecting. It is, like I said, just one of those amazing, like, if you can find the shade that you like, it is a beautiful foundation. I like more medium coverage, so I don't apply a lot. And as you can see, it's toned down the acne bump that I had here, smoothed over the texture that I have like right along here. And it's just stunning. I can't say enough good things about it. This foundation I would recommend to anyone, even people with dry skin, because you can go in with a hydrating primer. And I feel like you could still enjoy this particular foundation because the formulation is not overly matte and it does not look dry on the skin. It just legitimately looks like skin. In terms of their claim of it being flexible with the skin and doesn't settle into fine lines, I would wholeheartedly agree with that too. I'm gonna come in close so you can see. So I've got a really nice fine line here, and I've been chatting and talking and doing all the things, and it's moving with my fine line, but then when I go still, you don't see it settling into the fine line, which I love because I love to smile and talk and do all the things with my face. And nobody wants your foundation like creeping into the smile line and then making it more pronounced than what you want it to be. Can't say enough good things about this foundation, and I was like, this Hydra Glow better come, because I already knew Ultra HD or the HD skin was going to come, okay? Now let's go back to the Hydra Glow. Right before I put the concealer on, because I actually put both of these foundations on, took initial footage of it, and then I had to go get the churns, had to do running around, get the dinner started. Like, it was a late start for like a foundation review. So I didn't put on concealer and powder for the first, I want to say like 3.5 hours that I had both of them on the skin. And I wish I would have like slowed down and just came in and showed y'all what it looked like, because I will say this, after the 3.5 hour mark, you could see a slight difference between the side that had the Hydra Glow foundation compared to the side that had the HD skin. So the side with the Hydra Glow had a very beautiful, like light luminous finish to the skin. Nothing oily, nothing dewy, nothing that I would say like oily skin people, it may not be your cup of tea. And this side just looked really natural, like the softest of matte natural finish. But what I was really taken aback with, especially with the Hydra Glow foundation, was I did not feel the need to powder that side. I just knew like, all right, I'm gonna put these on, I'm gonna go pick up Riley, I'm gonna come back home. So that was gonna be like an hour round trip. And I was like, I'm gonna wanna probably set the skin like as soon as I get home, because I was like, it's probably gonna start looking like really glowy. No, it looks like it just made my skin look almost a little juicy. And that's it. It was so beautiful. I was like, okay, so do I have another foundation I could literally throw in my face and go? Like, throw in the face, add a gloss and go? Because those are my favorite. Oh my gosh, it looks stunning on the skin. Okay, so then I was like, all right, let's put on concealer, do the whole shebang. So of course, I went in with the HD Skin Concealer. This is absolutely one of my favorite concealers from 2023. I have the shade 3.4N. Such a beautiful hydrating formula for sure. And I felt like this concealer gave my face a little bit more hydration because it is a hydrating formula. So much so to the point that I was like, wait a second, maybe I did too much going in with this concealer with the Hydra Glow foundation. However, though, I didn't, because I went in and I set with powder. I went in with this Suqqu pink powder to set the skin. And as you can see with set skin, I mean, both sides are looking like fire, okay? We're looking stunning. We're looking beautiful. We're looking like, honestly, I just put these foundations on. And that, my friend, is why I'm so impressed with the Hydra Glow. Because see, I knew HD Skin was gonna do that. This foundation is so long wearing. I mean, sun up to the next day sun up if you had to go 24 hours. Like, you know how foundations go like 24-hour wear? I would for sure say this one gives me, maybe not 24 hours, but like a very strong 12 hours plus type of coverage. But not even so much the coverage, like the finish looks so flawless. Yo, Hydra Glow came to play today, because coming in, like, let's come in and do all of the evaluations. Like, she's covering up my acne really nicely. So both of these acne bumps on either side of my face are very red. They have a lot of pigment to them. and she covered it up really nicely. And I would say upon or after initial application of both, I definitely saw less coverage from the Hydra Glow. So I will say that this formula will give you probably up to medium coverage, whereas the HD Skin is going to give you medium to full. But she covered up my acne really nicely. Both sides look beautiful. Now, if you stare, sorry, my camera is shaking, and you look, you can see just a slight radiance on this side of the face compared to this side of the face. I feel like this side just looks a little more matte, a little softer, like a little more like a soft matte, and you see just a little bit of radiance on this side. I made sure that my blush and my bronzer were matte blushes and bronzer. I went in with Pat McGrath bronzer in Bronze Mahogany, and then her blush in Divine Rose 3. No highlight on, no like glowy finishing powders, nothing, because I did not want to skew the results, okay? So, I mean, I literally don't know what to say. They are both stunning, okay? But you guys, I'm gonna say this, okay? If you have normal skin, honey, rock with either one. It really just goes into your preference of, do I want just a little bit more of a luminous finish, or do I want more of like a soft matte finish, okay? Normal skinned people could go with both comfortably, okay? Because I'm gonna be real objective. If you have drier skin, more mature skin, like the claims say, I really think you're gonna enjoy Hydra Glow, because I feel like it's gonna give you the hydration that you're looking for. Your skin is gonna look hydrated, and it's also going to feel hydrated, but you've got coverage. I'm even just gonna put a claim out there. I feel like longevity is gonna be here with this formulation as well. Just by how flawless it still looks. And yes, I set my face with powder, but if you have ever worn foundation for a long time without powder, and then you go to put powder on top, if the foundation has already started to break away and kind of start to tear down, it's not going to look good. And the fact that both sides of my face look like I just put on both of these foundations, I'm gonna go ahead and give her the claim that she's also long wearing as well, okay? So if you've got drier skin, more mature skin, and you want something that's gonna make the skin look like really healthy and juicy, but you're gonna have a long-lasting formula. It says it's got the skincare benefits to improve texture and things like that. I don't really harp on those claims too much because, number one, most people are not using their foundation for skincare and skincare improvement. And then like someone like me, I don't even like to wear the same foundation 2 days in a row because I like options. I like to change it up. So to know that I would see results after four weeks of wear, I'm not doing that. So that's why I'm not harping so much on the skincare benefits. However, there's skincare in here. I will say too, it did not peel and disagree with my skincare that I had put on top. And I would say there was about like a 5 to 10 minute gap between when I finished my skincare and when I put this foundation on. So it did agree really nicely with the skincare I had put down first. And that was good too, because sometimes when you have foundations that are skincare infused foundations, they can get kind of tricky with whatever skincare you're putting down, and you could experience pilling. I didn't experience pilling, so I was really happy with that too. Okay, I would agree. Normal skin, combination and oily skin, you would probably really enjoy this one too. Combo skin though, if you like yourself a little glow, I think you could ride real hard with Hydra Glow. And oily skin, this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Mattifying primer. If you took yourself a little balm powder, put it in the areas of your face where you're oily, because you're like, you know what, I want to go for a glow today. And I'm going to set with powder, but like I want the glow, but I have my priming products that are going to keep the oils at bay. I say give it a try. I say give it a try, because it's one of those formulations that's really hydrating. Like it's actually hydrating, not dewy, not oily, not greasy, none of that. It's hydrating, and oily skin needs hydration as well. So that's why I'm saying if you like yourself a glow, a targeted glow maybe even, then I would say give it a try. You might actually like it with your mattifying primers. Now what I'm gonna do, okay? Because I have both. Honey, I'm going to wear both because I feel like these two together, match made in heaven, okay? So if you have this formulation and you think you might like this one, I'm going to go ahead and say get it, okay? Try both formulations, mix them together, you know, have fun because you can always customize your own foundations to give you a new foundation that works best for you. So if you've got an oily or a T-zone, maybe go in with the HD Skin formulation there and then the Hydra Glow on the perimeter. You see where I'm going? I say both are amazing. Okay, now you want to know which one I would choose. And, okay, this could change. Okay, because I haven't worn the Hydra Glow, obviously, nearly as long as I've worn HD Skin. But I'm going to say if I had to choose one, oh, this is terrible. Why are y'all doing this to me? Okay, if I had to choose one, okay, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, trying to make a decision. Because I like blurred pores and texture, I have texture around my cheeks. And when I look in the mirror, I like to see smoothness. Okay, so for me, if I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with HD Skin because it's giving me that flawlessness. And I feel like either both sides, like if you come in, I feel like you can see my texture a little bit more pronounced here, like my pores, than on this side. This side is just flawless. But honey, she's flawless too. And I really enjoy this side. I like the way, like I said, you get that really nice, like soft luminosity to the skin. It looks really hydrated. For sure, we'll be wearing this again. She's a winner for sure. I think she's beautiful. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it, okay? And I'm just excited. I'm so excited that this one is a winner because I love foundation. If you don't know, I'm a foundation junkie. And I love to find just amazing foundations, right? And I also love it when I already like a company for their foundations. I want them to keep making amazing formulas. Makeup Forever is definitely one of those brands for me. And so I was really excited to, you know, to see that, yes, you're still doing it and you're doing it well. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Which side do you like better? Are you here team Hydra Glow or are you team HD Skin? Leave it all down in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would like for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad because we'd love to have you. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.